Everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 5, Episode 159 with me, Sid, and I've just been moving a little bit of stuff over there from that shed now. I still have a number of jobs I want to do. Changing this into our living quarters, fairly low would be important, but I do want to do it before we finish. We still need to make a bunch of cells, but we've still got plenty of storage space at the moment, so I'll get that done off camera. That's a kind of a thing. What I would like to start concentrating on today is making the reactor stuff. Now, full disclaimer, I am not making a massive 10 billion RF per tick uber efficient reactor. To be fair, I probably couldn't make one of those if I tried, but even making a really massive reactor with multiple rods and, you know, better coolant and all of the various things, you know, it's probably not kind of going to happen. We're just going to keep this fairly simple. So we are going to need a reactor controller, which is going to require some stuff from that. We're going to need some Yellorium, we're going to need some reactor casing, we're going to need redstone. Reactor casing is graphite bar and black steel, so we're going to need a lot of black steel because we need black steel sheet plates, which makes 4, but that's fine. But we're also going to need a controller. We're going to need a reactor control rod, which again is going to require more of this stuff. We are going to need a reactor power tap. We're going to need a reactor access point, and do we need a coolant port? I don't think we do, because we're just going to use a very simple system. We're going to need some Yellorium fuel rod, but let's start off with this. I'm going to try and work out what I'm going to need. So let us go with, let's have a look. What have we got? So we got that's a reactor controller. Ice, not probably a good idea. Let's have a think. What else can we go with? That will be a. In fact, let's use 2 lots. So that's the. That will be the actual casing. That will be the access point. We want 2 of those probably. A hoofer for the middle control rod. Maybe what we like for glass. If you can hear a faint snoring sound, the cat's in with us. Tinker's clear glass. That might work if we were to just go and make a little bit of that. Let's go and. This is kind of long-winded, but trust me, it will save us time in the long run. I don't think I'll need 64. Because what we can do is we can sit there and work out what's what. That needs to be off, and that can go in there, and we'll get that cooked through. So while that's going, let's just start off planning this out. I'm just going to use this space out here. So I want a reactor which is going to be. Now I realise I could do one which was just 3x3x3 with a control rod in the middle, and it would work. It wouldn't be very efficient, but it would work. But let's say we start off. Oops. Hello. That was. Let's start off with that, and then we're going to come up here and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to work like this. Like a so. And then we're going to stick the controller in the middle there. I'm very tempted to leave the top solid line. Oh, we need to do that one anyway. And that will be the control rod. I only need 3 of those, but I'm doing it 3 deep. Let's just grab that, and then we can get the glass and flip one of those, and we can start to use this to work out exactly what we're going to need, because I don't want to. I mean, there's no such thing as, so we'll use no such thing as too much water. Let's just have a quick check at the reactor glass, because I can't remember what is involved with that. Only 1, so yeah, that's fine. We'll go with glass on the back. It's not going to make any difference whether I do it solid or not, is it? Other than that, I'll need some glass. Oh, okay. That is not playing then. Why? Oh. Or sand. Or glass. Okay. Change of plan. Normal. Actually, I suppose we can do this. It's not a problem. Just means I'm going to have to kind of run around and do a little bit of things. But planning it out properly, I think, will be beneficial. So, oh, hello. Quite clear glass. That becomes glass. That can go through. We'll stick 30. We'll stick. I'm just having a look at what we got there. 9, 18, 27, 9, 18, 27, 30, 36, less 135. Take 10 out. Take 11 out, actually. That many. The only reason I'm doing this like this is because I can break this glass without destroying it. I can't break the other one. Right, let me just pull that together. I'll be back in a second. Alright, got the glass. Just did a little bit of housekeeping. I fixed that wall eventually over that I keep on missing over on the hooferator. What's my jig? Okay, let's just clear out the critters. Sneaky skeletons. Where's that sneaky creeper? Oh, you're over here somewhere. Oh, there you are. Hello. Completely walking backwards into him, you know, as you do. But yeah, anyway, we don't need any of this crap. I'm just kind of coming over and killing them for the hell of it, to be honest. Littering. Should be. I'm going to leave the gunpowder because I might try. Oh, God, go away. Right, what was I doing? Yeah, plan. So, armed with this, we should find that we have got those. Now, we haven't put the power taps in, actually, have we? That's a good point. I think that was what they were supposed to be. So I will do this actually on the front, which reduces the amount of those we need. Let me just go and find something else to use, like, say, I don't know, some scaffolding perhaps. That's input. We still haven't got the power tap either. Oh, man. Those and those for the input and output, and a power tap. What was I going to use for the power tap then? Let's find one more thing. This is in all sorts of weird order, isn't it? Unlike the other one. There you go. Aluminium scaffolding. So that will bring us down by 1. So, jumped too far. So once we've done that, the idea is simple. We work out, and I'll get a pen and paper. Pen. I should probably just have turned the light on. I'm sat recording in the dark here, which is nice and relaxing, but it also means that the cat falls asleep, otherwise he gets whiny. Right, so we're going to take out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then all of these. I know this seems excessive, but reactors are pretty expensive in vanilla gameplay, and were that all? Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Because it was 36 less 135 less 3 more 36. So we need 32 glass, and they're 1 block each. So that's 32 blocks. Then we're going to need 1, 2, well, 3. I'm going to take these down. These will be on a 1-for-1 basis, so that will be straightforward. And then we'll work out the other ones, which are multiple blocks per. So I shall be back in a second. All right, that's 61 blocks. Then we've got 1 controller. We have got, technically we could get away with just 1 of those, but we'll 2 input blocks, 1 power tap, 1 control rod, and 3 rods. And then we're going to use water cooling. I think given what we've got, that is probably going to be the simplest to achieve. So we're getting rid of all of these little things, snippets of uselessness. That means we need those as well. I need to work out, so if we look at the, come out of here and look at the reactor. So the reactor controller requires 4 blocks. The reactor access ports require 4, so that would be 8 for 2 of those. The power tap requires 4. The control rod requires 4. And the yellorium fuel rods are none, but they actually use a hell of a lot of black steel. Okay, so do the maths. 32, that's 93, plus 12 is 105, 113. And the 113 blocks, so that's actually 113. We need to divide that by 4 basically to work out how many of those we need. 113 divided by 4, and then we'll add the 6 on for the for those, which is going to be a bit. Let me just very quickly finish off the maths, double check it, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, I've just worked out how much black steel I need to make. Oh my god. To say the least. We've got 27. That means I only need 255 more ingots. Crap. So let me have a look. Black steel. What is the easiest way to make black steel? Make high carbon that way. We can. It's not really. That's going to be weak steel. Blah blah blah. Oops, I should eat. Been so busy doing the maths that I forgot to fill my belly. Right, let's go back to black steel. So if I want to make black steel, I'm sure there is a quicker way of doing this for us, isn't there? Molten black steel, no. I think it's molten black steel, that one. And that can be made mixing pig iron and molten steel. Oh god. I'm sure there was an easier way. Let me have a look at the high carbon black steel, because I know there is a quick way of doing it. How did I do it last time? Let me just double check a second. I'll be back in a mo. All things being equal, sticking pig iron, as in the pig iron that we get from our mob farm, and steel, as in the steel we make from the pig iron we get from our mob farm, in a smeltery, should give us black steel. Which would be nice. And it does. And it's double the quantity, so 32 of each will give me 64. Okay. So if I cast one ingot of black steel, then the rest, and it's not even having to be pressed, the rest should be able to do like that. That I can live with. However, I need to go back and get more pig iron because we're a bit on the low side for that. So what we'll do is we'll quickly sleep the night off. We'll head over to our spawner and see what I've actually got pre-made down there, because I'm not sure how much there is. And we'll see if we can't get 200 and... It's 282 in total that we need. And yeah. I like to bite off these things, don't I? Oh, it's very misty. Very misty. But on the flip side, it all looks pretty clear. So we're just going in for a smooth landing on runway number 3. Right. Oh, a whole load of stuff down here. Interesting. I mean, not super interesting, but interesting. This is obviously not the dungeon we're going to push down into before we finish the episode, because we didn't go down this far in this one. We quite literally just came down to the second level, where we proved to be incredibly jammy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And off we go. I think that'll sort us. I've got a sneaking suspicion I may need to place this all in the world and pick it back up again, though. I don't think it has the... Yeah, it's not kosher yet. Right, let me go back with this then, and we can get on and make what can only be described as a very large amount of pig iron. I'll pick it all up first though and do it, because it tends to go everywhere back on the base, whereas here at least the only place it can go is in this room. So yeah, and I'll take this back and I will see you in a short while once I've made quite a bit of pig iron. Well, all being well, once this lot's done, that will give me 286 ingots of pig iron, which is a lot. I'm not going to lie. not pig iron, black steel. And it's scary that I actually had the resources to get it together. It just goes to show what weeks after weeks of playing a game will give you. In I mean, TFC, that's a big deal. So we're going to convert this lot into, well, we'll convert you into ingots for starters, and then as these blocks come out, which is going to be a while, we'll get them in here. As I say, that should be, so that will be 64. That's 128. 128. Yeah, of course. Come on, you're working computers. You should be able to do base 2. And we're just waiting on these few. Shouldn't take that long. And we'll have all 282 of them. Hopefully. We'll soon find out. How are we doing there? 56 to go. That's a few blocks. So in the meantime, I need to sort out my food, because I'm down to my last bowl of food. But I don't think I'm going to empty that this time, am I? No. Okay. Okay, we'll accept that as a thing, and we shall quickly just jump over here, have a look how we're doing. We've got 38. Oh, that does not sound right. Oh dear. There might be a little bit in the pipe actually, so I did the maths, and you know what my maths are like, highly reliable. No, they're not highly reliable at all, are they? This is why I went to such extra elaborate lengths to mock the thing up using things. So you got 11, but there must be some in that pipe. Oh yeah, it's got 1,000 in there. Okay, I think we'll be all right. 1,002, yeah, probably in the kind of ballpark, isn't it? And gone, and empty. Yay! Science. Alright, and grab the last one. So, first fairly hefty milestone out the way. We got the black steel. The next hefty milestone is press all of this, so that's 256 plus 26 is the rest of it. Yeah, the next step is to convert all of this into double ingots, and then convert all the double ingots into sheets. Back in a bit. Alright, just got caught by a little trick that I wasn't expecting. Graphite bars. Graphite dust in a furnace, or coal in a furnace, or charcoal in a furnace. I thought, yeah, I'm in. Oh no, that's Minecraft charcoal. And that's Minecraft coal. That's not TFC charcoal and coal. That don't work. It has to be graphite in an arc furnace. Now I don't think I've got enough graphite, but we're going to put what we've got in anyway, and we're going to take out the byproduct, and we are going to turn you on, and we are going to turn you on. Now, it's not too bad. It is at least reasonably fast. So, right, I'm going to have to go and grab some graphite, I think, but that's not a problem. There's graphite in a few places around here. This has now gone through and made a whole load of those. So while that is cooking up that I need to do this. And yeah, again, I shall be back in a while. I've got a feeling I've done something very wrong with my maths here. That doesn't say. I've got a feeling that might not be enough. But let's just work this out. We need 61 blocks of these. So 61 blocks. So I'm basically going to make this until we've got 61. And for that I'm going to need Yellorium, of which we got that, and I really need to process you up, and the easiest way to do that is well, we can arc furnace it, I suppose. We might as well do the whole lot. We need it all. I don't think there is a use for that in its powder form at all. So let's just have a double check. No. So we might as well go and whack that in the arc furnace, turn the diesel generator on, and just cook a whole load of Yellorium ingots up, because we need them all anyway. They look fairly quick. So that's the thing. The graphite, I'm not entirely sure. I started working the maths out, and you know when you start doubting your own answers in your head, I was doing that. And it's that kind of thing you do when you're in exams and you start to overanalyze stuff. That should give me a starting point. Well, what are those? Those rods are going down pretty fast. So if I want to get 61 blocks, let's just make a start with 68, and we just do that and then whack those in. That will give me 16 blocks. Okay, so if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, really, I'm tempted to rush, and I don't want to cock up. I'm sure you appreciate why I don't want to cock up, but there you go. So that will take me to 48. So another 16 will take me to 64. I don't want 64, do I? Or do I? Well, I need 61 blocks for the actual thing, so let's start off there. And then we're going to need to do the glass controller. Maybe should concentrate on those first, but I'll get the 61 blocks done and then I'll be back in a second. Alright, we're stuck at the first hurdle. I've done 60 blocks. I haven't done the 61 because I'm not entirely sure how this is going to pan out with these. It's hard. The maths is difficult for me. But we need paper, because for paper we use paper to make the circuit board. And paper, of course, we need to make by putting cellulose, which we get with reeds in base potash. So if I go in here and have a look at reeds, we're going to have to do the old sandwichy. I don't think. Hang on. Was that an industrial squeezer I just saw on that thing? Cellulose in an industrial squeezer, and it actually squeezes out base potash, and that is just base potash in there. Have I got any base potash? This paper thing is going to be the death of me. Lime water and waste. Right, if we take you, that's that. Base potash we made. I stuck in fire pit ash in fresh water, so we'd need 20 fire pit ash. in fresh water. Oh, well. I don't think that's Phil somehow. Where's me ladder? Oh, you know what? Oops, now I'm overburdened and drowning myself. Right, we'll get there eventually. Now, fire pit ash. Did I have any? 10. That's enough for half. Now, the recipe for that was peculiar, as I recall. That was wooden sticks in a a forge or a fire pit, and it's wooden twigs which we get with logs. So if I take a log, great wood, and we'll hit it 5, 10, that will go into there, and it's 1 to 1, so that should be all we need. I don't really want to lose you. Forge, fire up the forge. I'm beginning to. I think I mentioned in a previous update video that I was considering playing the Greg Tech version of this, and I was worried that it would be too grindy and microcrafty. I genuinely don't think that is an issue. I think we're going to be finding it. I mean, my plan is to actually, in the same way as I did with the old fabric mod, is to play it a little bit, just to try and get a feel for it on solo mode and not record it, see how it goes. Oh man, that's loud. Never did use much of that, did I? Okay, where are we? There we go, fire pit ash, and bang. Get that done, get the paper made, we'll chuck it through the squeezer, and the world will be good and happy, I hope. Eventually. You know, if it ever gets up to the point where it's done. I'm not sure what point it actually changed over into fire ash. It must be fairly close. Faint red. There you go. And off. Okay, so we can then whack this down, unseal, bang, seal. So that's going to give me baked potash, and then we'll stick that in to get the cellulose. Man, this is proving to be entertaining, and that is to make the reactor controller, by the way. The controller requires that, some yellorium and a little redstone. So we're going to need a piece of redstone for that. We're going to need more than one piece of redstone, but everything's here now, so that will make that nice and easy. Yeah, we've just got to wait for the paper now, I think. While we're waiting for that, I suppose I could go and grab a little bit more graphite. That would work, because it's only over there somewhere. So yeah, I think I'll do that, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, just waited on the cellulose. Now what I have done while we're waiting is I put this in. This is our, well, for want of a better word, this is our starting point, and we're going to put the reactor, it's going to be set down, one is going to go in here. We'll put walls around it afterwards. I just really would like to end this episode with a working reactor. It doesn't need to be plumbed in, it doesn't need to have anything fancy, it just needs to be on. And then we can start looking at doing the stuff, but waiting on this stuff. Because then we can squeeze it, make paper, and then we can make paper to make the thingy and do all the other stuff. Right, while we're waiting on that, because we are going to need other things. For the reactor control rod, everything is there. For the power tap, everything is there. For this, I'm going to need a couple of pistons and a couple of chests. So we could be getting on with that while we're waiting. Let's have a look. Piston. I don't even know whether we've. Let's have a. So we need some smooth stone. 1, 2. We're going to need some timber of some description. Have I got any made up? I've got hickory. That's fine. We're going to need an iron ingot, and we're going to need some redstone. So we need 2 of those, and then we need to have a look for chests. We should have plenty of those, 2 of those. That's all good. Right, now what else do we need while we're waiting? Because half of this thing, power tap, we've checked. We've done the hoofer. Reactor glass, we need glass, don't we? That's right. Okay. So if I go glass, I've got 14. We're going to need more than that. Sand, we can take 32 of them. We'll take 32 of them. That'll make me another 64. We'll see how we go. Sand is actually not a biggie. You know, we've got 32 there. I should say glass is actually not a biggie. And we can pop you and you in here for now, and that can go in there for now, because this is all my crafting bits, and we're just waiting on the paper. Oh man, how long will you take? Alright, well, I'm still waiting, so I'll be back in a bit. Alright, so while we're waiting for the paper, we can at least start placing the structure, because the 61 blocks we need for this are purely the 61 we need to make the structure. So 1, 2, 3 and 1. Then we come 1, 2, 3, 3. I was wandering around over there. Well, it must have just been ice block melting. Just saw movement. You know what it's like. You see movement and you have to check it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now those are going to have to come back out again, because we're going to have to fill this with water. But you know, at least we're kind of getting a feel for what's going on here now. Oh, it's going to be good. I can't remember the last time we did anything with ReactorCraft. Oh yeah, the hooferator. How's that paper done yet? It's taking forever. It's done. Hey, right, and we've just got a big barrel of waste. And we stick you in there, and you can start doing. Wow. Fast. Oh, I can't believe the speed of this thing. Luckily we only need 6 pieces, so yeah, because we're going to need you. How are you doing? That's another 64. We're definitely going to need more glass than that, but we'll work with the glass in a moment, because we're also going to need the blocks. We need 32 blocks, but I'd rather get the big ones done, because then we can work out the glass is actually very easy to work out. The other stuff is harder. Now please don't be the progress for all 64. That would be really cool if this was the progress for everything. I've got a sneaky suspicion it's not going to be, but it would be cool if it was. It's nearly there. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Almost there. Almost there. Well, actually, it's not bad. And we've got a whole 90 base potash liquor back. But more importantly, we can make this That is right, isn't it? Hang on. Green dye, not redstone. Oh. Thank God I've got a little bit of it. That would have been unfortunate. Still very simple circuit board, but you know, who am I to criticise, eh? Right, reactor, controller, a bit of redstone, 2 yellorium, and four cases. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 1, 2 of those, and a bit of redstone. So I'll make these as I go, I think. I know it'll be a bit painful, but this has got to be... So there's our reactor controller. We can go and place this. And you will live there, and you shall be happy. Yes, we shall call you Steve. No, maybe not. And of course, it's doing nothing because it's just a block right now. The multi-block hasn't formed yet. So, armed with that, we also are going to want to make 2 of these access ports. So that needs another 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And let's get these in the right spots. And that was like that. And these will go in here and here. Lovely. And we're going to make that one an inlet mode, and that one is going to be outlet mode. So any cyanide that comes out will be things, ejects waste, eject fuel. All good. Moving forward. Right, so what else did we need? We needed the power tap, didn't we? Well, we need the reactor control. So we need another 4 for that, and we need a power tap, so we need another 8. Which is 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And 2. And that one required 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And a yellorium and a redstone. And the power tap was 4 redstone, I think, if I remember rightly. Yeah, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's our power, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Reactor control rod. So that leaves us with the glass and this stuff, and those are going to be right. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and actually 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should make us those. That just leaves the glass. We also need to eat. I'm so concentrating on this, my food is going down and I'm not watching it. Let us have a quick snooze and then we'll make a start on the glass. And hopefully get this all set up and working. But I am going to oh, hang on. There, and there. So what we'll do is, for now, we'll get these still put in place because it's as valid to do this as it is any other way. Stick the power tap on the... Actually, I'm going to stick the power... I know we did it on the back on the model, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to stick it on the side. Not a control rod reactor, yeah, we know that. Got that. And then you've got that. Block is not valid for use in a machine interior. That is valid for use in a machine interior. But what we haven't got, of course, is any glass on it. And that's the bit we need to make next. So the glass itself requires, not that, the glass itself requires one block and some glass. So let's make up what we need. It actually doesn't matter, you know, if we... Let's make up 2 lots for now. No, do 3 lots. It doesn't actually matter if we're over, because black steel sheets, A, we can smelt it back down into black steel, and B, we can always use it to make crates. So yeah, it's not a biggie either way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 1, 2, 3. Let's get those put together. And I know I'm going about this ass about it, but 1, 2, 3, da, da, da. And then grab some of you. Now, will you work without? You won't. That's fine. But you will now. So that's 12. We'll get these put in, and I'll make the rest, and I'll be back in a mo. All right. Let's get the last 8 in. It's not so much time with this one, it's material that's been the bigger cost. But that's it. We have a reactor now. If we give it some uranium, which puts a little tiny bit of fuel in there, and switch it on, it's not generating a huge amount right now, but look at me, the temperature, the core heat, the casing heat is pretty poor, and the fuel status is low, but you know, it's still ticking up. I think when we get to the... But that's just an air-based one, so let's deactivate it. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I think I'm going to need some ladders. Let's have a look. Got any good ladders? We've got carpenter's ladders. We've got dark steel ladders. That sounds expensive. And we can do a tinker's construct ladder, which we haven't got. Doesn't really matter. Let's just grab some ladders. We don't need to be fancy. The temptation to be fancy is there, admittedly, but so we'll grab them. We'll take 2 of these, 1 and 2. No, no. And you behave. Right, so if I take the lid out for now, I'm going to go down because I'm going to probably just have to break out the side for a moment. But we'll try it liquid water cooled for starters, because I think that's kind of our options. Ah, damn it. I'll fill this up and I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, we've got the water in. Let's turn it on. Let's see what we're getting now. Hopefully the core heat will go a wee bit higher. That is pretty pathetic, actually. For 62 RF per tick, that's pretty crap. I need to revisit my reactor designs, but we have a reactor. I mean, that's a thing. So, yeah. I mean, we can pop that in and we've got a nice full reactor core. Now, the question is, whether would I have been better off? What's going on? I'm going to do some research, because it's a big reactors mod is obviously, I've played it over a number of versions, but the 1.7 version, I'm not entirely sure what the best coolant is, or heat transfer is, because it's the heat of the reactor raises the fuel. The heat of the reactor's fuel. High heat raises fuel usage. Core heat is transferred to the transfer. The transfer rate is based on the design of the interior, and high heat raises energy output and coolant conversion. So, really not sure what the best design here is. Anyway, doesn't matter. I have got a thumbnail, and we have a reactor. Next episode, we'll try and refine it. If I need to change it, put some more coolant rods in, put some different coolant in the interior, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.